Hi, how you doing? So I wanted to talk to you about corruption, but a specific corruption. I wanted to talk about what it takes to get involved and why I chose to run for mayor as an independent in the first place. So let me tell you a little story. I sit and I watch election after election, and I say to myself, why are we always picking the lesser of two evils? Is that democracy? Is that what the American dream is all about? And the American way is all about is picking the lesser of two evils? And then I think to myself, well, Chris, you can't complain. You've got to put up or shut up. It's basically how I've always operated my life. No matter what business I've created or what idea I've ever had, I've always taken life by the reins and jumped in and done it. Whether it was a Christmas light business, a automotive audio business, a restaurant business, meal program business, you name it, I pulled life by the reins and did it. So with that being said, I said, well, we've got to make some changes here for real. So let's consider running for mayor. What does it look like? What do I need? And this is a few years ago, probably like 8 or so. And I was thinking about how can I really impact a healthy world and make a healthier place? And I thought to myself, I got to build a company, because any person who runs for a public office, they ask, well, what's your background? What's your story? Right? Why would you be a good manager? By the way, wrong question, because CEOs are not managers and presidents are not managers. Governors are not managers, and neither is a mayor. They're leaders, and leadership is about inspiring people to come together around an idea, to solve that and do something, to inspire the experts to come together, which are the managers. These are the textbook definitions of the words, by the way. Inspiration is what leadership's all about. So I said to myself, well, I've got to build something so that people can recognize me. So I built my company, Striven Inc. in Wellville. We did that, worked on it. Not a tremendous success, but serving a good purpose and doing really good things. In my time, I've learned how to manage different teams, put people together, but most importantly, I've learned how to fail and learn from those mistakes, failures, and I am in no way, by any way, shape, or form, would ever consider myself an expert or great at anything. If I'm great at anything, it's being relentless. That would be my superpower, is I don't give up. Really. When everyone tells me to stop, I still don't give up. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the corruption within what I've discovered. So as I go along this process, I say to myself, all right, well, last year happened 2020. I got sick with COVID, knowing I have underlying conditions. Would not have traveled had COVID been really explained how dangerous and deadly it could be to someone like me at my age. Really would have likened the truth. Really would have likened the truth. Then I say to myself, why did that happen? And fill in the blank, right? So I decided to run for mayor. I really always thought that I was going to amass this company and have the financial influence so that I can run and do the things that I need to do so that I can affect government policy and change. Because the company is all about societal and cultural changes and improving human interactions, making a healthier kind of world. But really, I knew that none of that would stick if I don't get involved at the institutional level. Government, policies, affect change for real, lay down groundwork for a future, a bright future of healthiness, kindness, and prosperous, where rising tides lift all ships. So I meet some people and I get involved with conversations, and I learn, and I go sign up at the campaign finance board, and I learn that it's wise to join the matching funds campaign. And by the way, signing up is pretty easy. Just, relatively speaking, you go on their website, the New York City Campaign Finance Board, and you read the papers, you go file with the IRS, you open up a committee, you find yourself a treasurer, or you become the treasurer yourself, and you form a political party, open up a bank account, and get all this stuff done, and next thing you know, you're part of the mayoral candidacy. Build yourself a website, build yourself a platform, work yourself all the details. Yes, I built my website. I wrote all of the things that are there myself. Do it. But then you realize that when you try to work through social media, that you got to have money in order to reach your own audience of, for example, 5,000 people. You realize that you need to get into publications, but I chose to be independent. I didn't want to play the party politics because that's one of the problems in corruption that I face, that I know is plaguing this country, the state, and the city. And I understand how they do it. They put so much money in the focus on the federal level that it's mind-blowing, to the point where we think we did our civic duty, but the reality is we haven't done our civic duty. Our civic duty is every week talking to our representatives and being the constituents that they talk about on TV that, I'm trying to appease my constituents. That's not what they want. Well, this is where you're actually supposed to show up and call, email, mail, do things to talk to the people who represent you that you have elected. But let's talk about how they get there. A lot of people get there. Some magic moments. Yes, there are those moments that can be grassroots and all that sort of stuff. For example, I got interviewed by Gotham Gazette, which is New York One Decision NYC, 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. They still haven't aired it. Knowing that in order for me to get, as an independent, on the campaign, on the ballot for November 2nd, April 13th to May 20th, I've got to get between 3,500 physical signatures in the middle of COVID to 7,500 signatures. That's the period of time I have to do it, and I have to follow specific orders. How am I supposed to do that if the media doesn't want to cover me and doesn't want to show anything that I have to say? Now, I understand I might look unconventional, might have not have the resume or the experience or what Cuomo has to say. Oh, what's your management experience and what are your successes? Oh, because yesterday's successes mean you're going to be great today. No, we all know that's horseshit. We all know that it's a bunch of lies. And by the way, degrees and papers, not shitting on them, but honestly, how many people do you know with degrees and paper, that it's certificates that say that they're great and they're fucking mediocre? Enough. Education and smart and intelligent is different than a piece of paper that says you put in time over a period, you put in a lot of work over a period of time to earn a piece of paper. By the way, notice all those kids that got out of school over the past couple of years demanding their student debt be forgiven? Because they can't get jobs. The job market fucking sucks for them. Oh, we should give them back their money. And we should also pay everybody back their goddamn student loan money, because that's the biggest racket that turned into a goddamn business. So anyway, I'm irritated, and I wanted to let you know that one of the main reasons why good people who might just want to do a good job and serve the public and not be a leader for power or for self-interest and self-gain, here's the reasons why. The damn system is rigged. And it's going to take us talking to one another, sharing the ideas, and letting us know. So you know what I've been doing? I have like 6 to 18 Zooms with random people per week, sometimes up to 20 or 30, and I intend to continuously do more. I'll show up at the parks on the weekends when it's warm, and I will sit there with a sign, and I will wait for someone to come and sit down one-on-one with me to have a conversation and talk. I have a podcast that I will be setting up pretty soon, and I would love for you to come and talk to me and tell me from your industry, from your neighborhood, from your perspective, how you would fix the things that are broken in New York City. So let me know the problems, and let's sit down and build a plan together, because I don't trust them. Do you? Think about it. There's a reason why in record history they got us all to turn out to vote in the federal election in November. 60% of the eligible voters. But yet, on average, 15% of New York City shows up to vote in the mayoral election. The mayor controls and influences your life and city council like exponentially more than at the federal level. But they do so much of a great job. The DNC and the GOP flooding the market with so much that you lose sight of what you're supposed to be focused on. They already won the battle on the day-to-day. Unless we stand together as independents, you know we could do it. There's a reason why they don't want to give a voice and a platform and a megaphone to people like myself and other people who want real radical change, where things actually work. We want a healthy city, we want a healthy state, we want a healthy country. That only happens when we come together as the United Neighborhoods of New York City. It's not 5 boroughs anymore. There are 300 plus different neighborhoods. We're one New York. As divided as we feel, and as we always want to go to the polls left and right, don't fall into the trap. Understand that they don't want logic to come out there. You've got people who are bankers, relationships with banks running for office. You've got some Silicon Valley person who doesn't even understand that subways don't take them to the neighborhoods they say they're going to. Do you want to let another non-New Yorker be the mayor of New York? Is that what you really want? I really want to motivate you. Because I can't do this myself. That's the reality. That's where the pain comes from. I can't do this by myself. I need you. I need you to share me. I need you to introduce me to people. I need you to come talk to me. I need you to DM me. I need you to go to the website, csk4mayor.nyc. Links in my bios. Hit me up. Schedule a meeting. Let's talk. I want to hear what you have to say because you're a New Yorker. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to let the next 4 years pass us by and let the rents go skyrocketing again on ourselves? Where we can't live here? We need to come to center. We need to come to center. That's what I want for us. We're not on the left and we're not on the right. We're right in the center. Because we're normal human beings and we think about things in so many different ways. So enough of the slanting and enough of the, well, what do you feel? Just ask me. Let's talk about these things. All right. I love you, New York. But this fucking town's a cesspool of corruption and apathy.